Joining us now on the Midwest Open Wheel Report, Sprint Car and Midget driver Mike Hess. Mike, thanks for joining us today. Going to kind of do a career walkthrough here. So, of course, the Midget's really where you made your big name. Kind of give us some of the highlights of your Midget career.
Yeah, I haven't started driving sprint cars the last couple of years. The first time I've been in a sprint car. The Midget is where I've been for 15 years prior, and just kind of started out on my own. Mom and Dad didn't really give a lot of help, and I went out and proved that I could do it. So we started buying equipment, and pretty soon we had two of everything, and ran for many, many years where I run up front but never won a feature, and then finally went to Knoxville, and nobody in my family wanted me to go to I didn't want to go to Knoxville. I actually flipped the motor coming out of the trailer to put in the car to go to Knoxville, and I was done. I said, I ain't going, and my brother went and picked it up and continued putting it in the Midget, and we went up and won our first feature at Knoxville. So, and ever since then, we kind of been going good in the Midget, and have a lot of fun in the Midget. But, you know, around here, there's not a lot of Midget racing, and I'm getting up there in years and age a little bit, and I'd like to stay close to home. So sprint car seems to be where, you know, you can run closer to home quite a bit and still go fast. So that's what we're trying to do now, and keep the Midget and go play in it when we can, and try to pick up a win here or there and just have some fun.
To kind of go back to the Midget, that's really where, you know, when people think of the name Mike Hess, they think of Mike Hess, the Midget driver. What brought on so much success through the years in a Midget for you?
Well, you know, I really don't know. We just kind of kept digging, and I ran second and third and fourth, and I ran, you know, one year I never won a feature, and I ran top 5 like 28 times, but I never won a feature, and it was just frustrating. And finally, once I got the first one, we reeled off 7 in the next 2 months, you know, and just a lot of hard work and learning from the right people, and, you know, learning the right things to do and what's comfortable for us. And, you know, my brother was helping me, and he, you know, we started clicking, and we just started winning. And, you know, we won Knoxville, and then won a few more shows, and then we went to Terre Haute and won the Hut 100, and that's when my whole family didn't want me to go, and I said I want to go, and we ended up beating a lot of good cars that night. And, well, then they kind of started listening to me a little bit, but that's done by the wayside now. And just started, you know, just working hard, making sure maintenance is done, and, you know, work hard in the shop. And, you know, that's where races are won, is sitting here in the shop and working countless hours to make sure nothing falls off your race car and everything's prepared the way it should be.
We'll start down on the end. You can't hardly see it, but the Dana Godfrey Memorial Race in 2003, that was a really, really cool race to win. Because obviously John Godfrey and stealth race cars has been around forever, which is now Spike chassis and John Godfrey, but that was for his late wife, who was from Decatur, so that was at Macon. Really cool race to win. We got a lot of points trophies in through here. We'll skip through them, but this one here is from the Tim McVeigh Memorial Race in Missouri. I like winning the memorial races. They're pretty cool to win and honor somebody, you know, because obviously if they feel good, they need honored. It's great to win it, to do that for them. Here's probably the prize of the whole deal, is the Hut 100 trophy. 51st annual Hut 100, the 51 car, which was my number, won the 51st annual. Got that trophy, so that's one of the more accomplished trophies I got, which I really like. And then we go down with a couple points, all kinds of points trophies. I thought this was a trophy from a Belleville, Illinois win. I thought it was a pretty neat deal to cut out a midget-looking type car and put a clock in it and stuff. And here's a Bob Winnie Memorial Trophy win from Granite City on the old little quarter track 50-lap feature. Ended up lapping up to about 5th place, and that was a trophy Bob Winnie got in 1943 from winning somewhere in Florida, I believe. And then his family re-gave it away as the trophy for his memorial race at Granite City before they sold the track. So that's probably my most prized trophy, because it's actually like a real trophy and about 15 pounds. One sprint car win, non-wing though, at Vermilion County. So I do have a sprint car win, but just without the wing. All kinds of stuff for Arnold Knepper Memorial, points trophies, fast time at Belleville High Banks in Belleville, Kansas. That was kind of neat to set quick time, because I'm not a very good qualifier. Championship. This is a championship trophy for Badger. I got a couple more of those, or got one more of those in the house. Big trophy here is for second. That's pretty neat. Billy Wood Memorial. Eagle Raceway. There's a story behind that little cup of lapping up to about 7th place and wrecking coming off of turn 4 and wiping the front end out of the car and skidded across the start-finish line on the frame rails. And then we get down to the end, and that is my very first trophy for Knoxville. So, you know, there's 3 pretty prized ones in there. That one, the Bob Winnie, and the Hut 100. Pretty good trophies that I like to have showing. So that's my little collection. I'd like to make it bigger, but I'm getting old, and I'm just happy to be racing.
So making the transition to the sprints in the past couple of years, what's been the hardest part of this transition for you?
Well, with the wing sprint, the hardest part is not driving it in sideways. The wing car, you really got to keep it more straight and let the car do a lot more of the work, where the midget, you can toss it around and use a little bit more, you know, more driver in it. And the wing car definitely takes a driver, but you can, you know, you can't throw it in the corner like the midget and expect it to go. So that's been my biggest curve, and learning to use the brakes a little bit more. You know, I use the brakes in the midget, but not like I do in the wing car. So, and setup, you know, I don't really have anybody helping me with setup, so it's just kind of a shoot and see what we get. And we've been fast, we've been slow, we've had driver's errors, I've had crew chief errors, you know, just had a little bit of everything, and hope to, you know, hit it all right on the good night and pick up a win this year, and it's really the goal this year.
So do you, after all the success in the midget, can it be kind of frustrating to jump in the sprint car and not be able to go as fast as some of the other guys out there?
No, I kind of like it because I like the challenge of it. You know, I'm not, you know, the midget's fun, but I kind of done a lot in it, and I kind of, you know, it kind of gets stale. So jumping in the sprint car was a nice change to try to learn everything over again and learn what to do again. And that was the biggest challenge is learning again, and we're still learning. I learn every night I go out, which I almost learn every night I go out in the midget still, but you know, learning what the car wants and learning how to drive different. And you know, I feel learning this in the sprint car has helped me out in the midget when I do run it, because I can take a little bit of it and use with it too, and so it kind of helps both.
All right, Mike, that's your work. Thank you for joining us today, and we thank you for watching the Midwest Open Wheel Report.